Hi guys, my name is Abdullah and this is my channel. It's a fairly new channel. I've named it Abdullah's Investing Journey. The goal is just to share my financial experience, investing experience, and trading experience with you guys, and hopefully share whatever I've learned over the past 10 years, past decade of investing in the stock market and the crypto market. The aim is just to share it with you guys, whatever knowledge and experience that I have. Because I definitely do think if I know something, it's my duty to go ahead and share it with the people out there, and hopefully they can seek some better knowledge from whatever I have to share. So just a little bit of a background. I use TradingView for my trading and investing strategies, you can call it, and to do some stock and crypto analysis. So this is the desktop version that I've downloaded, and I mainly in TradingView I use the indicator which is called the stochastic RSI. I've been using it for the past like 6 years, and I would say that it's definitely it's worked the best for me so far. I'm going to explain it in more detail as we go along with the video and further future videos. Something really basic about the stochastic RSI is that above 80, I tend to sell out of my stocks, and when it's going below 20, I start to look into buying those stocks. Obviously, I don't buy and sell all at once. I have another rule, which I do is 25% each, divided over, if I have $100, I divide it over 4, so 25, 25, 25, 25. And then I do the same as selling, but sometimes I do sell 100% if I'm like a lot in profit, or if the stock has like shot up quite a bit. So it really depends, and I'm going to share that with you guys as well. And hopefully I'm going to try to make daily videos, but maybe some days I won't be able to make daily because I do have a full-time job, and I'm just doing this on the side because it is definitely a hobby, and I do have a lot of knowledge which I would like to share. But I want to stress on that I am by no means a financial advisor. So hopefully you just take this as something that I'm sharing based off my own experience, and not something as financial advice. And that is a disclaimer that I have, that I do add under all of my videos. So just wanted to let you guys know about that as well. So with that, let's jump into Tesla first. So as you can see, Tesla, this is kind of what I call in the stochastic RSI is a no man's land. So what a no man's land means is that I'm not even interested in buying or selling at the moment. I wait for this to go down below 20 when I really start looking to buy the stock or the crypto, whatever I'm looking at. And before that, actually, I want to go into the time frames. So with me, it's like I trade on the weekly and the daily only. I hardly ever go into the hourly or the 4-hourly ones. Because what this really means is that, so for example, if I'm on the hourly time frame, right? So each candle represents a time of 1 hour. And if I'm on the daily, each candle would represent a time of one day. If I'm on the weekly, each candle would represent a time of 1 week. So this is how it basically goes. As you can see, the candles that I use is the basic candles here. You can use different candles. But some of my friends use Heikin-Ashi. I use candles. I prefer them. They're just more user-friendly to me, I would say. And then it's good because it does show till in 1 day. So for example, this is the daily chart, where the stock's top was and where the bottom was, and where it's currently trading at. So I find these candles really useful, and then it's very useful when I chart. The way I chart things, these candles really help with that as well. And you can see that in going forward as well. So sorry for the rambling, I would say, but let's dive into Tesla. So as you can see, the daily is very low at the moment, which actually just looking at the stochastic RSI in the daily, it seems like it's a very good buy, right? It's a very good buy. But the other thing is I also look at the daily and the weekly. So for me personally, I look at both of them, and right now I can see that on the weekly, it's in the no man's land. So I'm definitely going to wait for this to go down as well. And this is what I call something as the golden moment, or the golden rule, as you call it, and I tend to stick to it generally, which it's like a win-win situation, right? If you have the weekly down here, the daily down here, that means that the stock is like 99% guaranteed it's going to go back up. So along with those two things, I do look at my resistances and support levels that I draw. And as you can see right now, for Tesla, the resistance was around 292. It got rejected. And once it got rejected, it's been in a downtrend. And hopefully, I've been in my previous videos, which were actually in another language, Urdu. I actually was following this quite closely. And I did share it with those people that I'm waiting for it to fall back to around 208, 210, or somewhere around 212, 13 at maximum before I really would be interested in buying the stock. So once it falls down to this level, I'm going to wait for it to confirm and bounce back, because what happens is it can even break down, right? If it breaks down from here, it's a messy road. You have another support level down here around 158. And then another, if it's a double bottom, it's going to be around $100. So it's a very messy road, but that's a lot into the future. What I'm hoping for, and from my experience, what it seems like, is that the daily is already down here, and the weekly is about to reach the bottom. So this would probably go here, and this would hold support and bounce back. But obviously, we need to confirm the bounce, and that's when I'm going to go ahead and buy the stock. So that's for Tesla. Next up is Amazon. Amazon, same, the weekly RSI is really high, right? So I'm not going to look into buying this at all. At any moment, like right now, I'm not buying this. If I go into daily, the daily shows me that it's in no man's land. So it's a no buy for me here as well. So daily no man's land, weekly is pretty high. Support resistance shows me that it got rejected at 143, which was the resistance. The support is down here around 129, 130, 128, maybe even. So I'm going to see once this price falls back down here, how the RSIs are showing up. If it's above this, that means it's very overbought and it needs to go down. If it's down here, it means it's very oversold. That means it needs to go up. So I'm going to wait for this to go back down here. If this doesn't hold, then the next major support, minor support, I would say, is around $112, or even maybe a little bit around 122, 112 to 114. And then if even not that, then it can also go all the way back down to 88 or have a double bottom, which was $81, $82. So hopefully it's gonna come back here, because the thing is really tricky. The market these days is really red. Like, all of the stock market is falling down. It's red day redemption out there. So I'm hoping that we're gonna have a turnaround. Let's see how this, in our future videos next day or the day after, we'll see what happens if it holds 132 or not. Sorry, is it 132? No, it's 129, 130, 128 to 130. So right now, not buying. Let's move on. Microsoft is the daily RSI is pretty low. It looks good upon first glance. Let's look at the weekly RSI. It's good, but it could be better, because generally what I want to see is that it goes down here, it settles down, and then I also have to look at the support and resistance, right? Oh, sorry. So if I zoom in here, let's go on the daily. It's going to be more clear. So there's a channel that Amazon has been trading in since it broke out Microsoft has been trading in since it broke out and it got another high. And this channel is this. So the resistance is here at 320. It got rejected, so it might go back down and test 302, 300 to 302. It depends what day it does that. So around this level, or what it can also do is that, let me check the weekly once again. Yeah, I think the weekly needs some time, so it might just go down. Or what can also happen, it depends on what happens next day. This can shoot back up and again test it. If it gets rejected once again, it's definitely going to go down. But if it gets back up, somehow manages to break out, retest, confirm, that's when I'm going all in Microsoft. Like, I would just love for this to break out on top of this and go all in, go heavy. Because Microsoft fundamentals are really good. It is a very oversold stock, so definitely looking what happens here. Can it possibly go back out and break out, or will it go and retest the support level down here? So let's go ahead and see what's going on with Google. Google daily, on the daily, it's looking okay. It's just crossing down. Support levels and resistance levels show that it can probably go down, test 126, and then come back up. It's actually in a very tight channel. So let's see what the weekly shows us. The weekly shows us it's in no man's land. No, man, this is not good. So I am not going to buy this right now. I'm going to wait for this to go down here. If it goes to 127, 126, I don't think it's going to hold, but it might. We'll see where the weekly RSI is there and what's going on with the markets in general, and I'll keep you updated on that. But if it doesn't hold that, then it's a mess, and it can go back all the way down to like $96, $97. So we'll see. But Google right now, not buying. So Apple, okay, Apple is interesting. The weekly shows that it's pretty low now. It could go more down and settle down. So not buying just based off of the weekly RSI. If I look at the daily, it's really good. It's looking really good. But hey, here's the thing. This was a major support for Apple, and it broke, in my opinion, which was around 176. If this closes another candle below this, it can go back up and retest it for sure. Like it's at 174 right now. It can go back up at 176, retest, and fall back down. So the next support for Apple is going to be around $162. And that's what I'm really going to be looking into buying it. It depends on the weekly as well. But if 162 it doesn't hold, it can go back all the way down to 141. So, excuse me. So that's what's up with Apple. Let's move on to Meta. Meta is looking good on the daily. It's pretty low, pretty oversold, I would say. The weekly is also going good, but not very good at the moment. It can go down, settle down. And I think what's going to happen with Meta is it's going to go down to 260. So around this level is 259, 260, somewhere around that range. Hopefully the weekly is going to be down settled, daily is going to be down settled, and it's going to bounce back up from there. Because Meta fundamentals are insane. They're so good. So those are the major stocks I have. One more stock that I'm really interested in is actually Palantir. And what's with Palantir? Let's look at it. On the weekly, it's no good on the weekly. It's in no man's land. Let's go on the daily. The daily shows it's very oversold, which is good. But then there's a support here at 1476, and it broke. So I'm going to wait for another candle to close below 1476. It might go retest and break again further down. And if it breaks down, the next support is at 1185, and then there's another support is at 884. So 884, man, I wish it could go there, because this is one stock I've personally invested a lot in, and I invested around the bottom, which is like $7-8. So I'm still pretty much in the green, and in the future videos I'm going to show my positions with you guys as well. I have different accounts in Charles Schwab, in Fidelity, in Robinhood, and M1 Finance. So those are the four main ones that I use. The main one is Charles Schwab, that I use for all these tech stocks, AI stocks, kind of all that. And I'll share that hopefully in the future when I have all of that organized, kind of. So I'm really starting off new right now on the channel, so I'm going to have to look into that a little bit more, and hopefully I'm going to share it then. But if you guys want to see that, do let me know in the comments, and I would be happy to share that. So right now it's breaking down, not looking good. I think it'll go at 1165. Once it's at 1160, 1165, I'm going to see at the weekly what it looks like here. If it's at 1165 and this goes down below, I would definitely be interested in buying more positions, because I do two kinds of things, right? I do investing, which is long term, and I do trading, which is very short term, right? It can be day trading, swing trading, or maybe even like a couple of months, 6 months, or less than 12 months, right? So I have like all kinds of things going on. So for my short trading, for my long-term trading, investing actually, I would be buying more at 1270 and If it goes down to $9, I'm going to be loading up all the way down. I'm not loading up now. It has to go down till here, and then I'm going to start loading up $11 to $12. So that's what's up with Palantir. Let's have a look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, what's going on with them. Again, I'm sorry, like this is my first video in English. My previous videos were in Urdu and Hindi. So what I did mention, I actually had this support line drawn up. And it actually, today, it went right down to the line and it bounced back up. So this was around 25, I think it went as low as 25,300 or 400, and now it's trading back up at like 26,600. In my opinion, by looking at the weekly, it's in no man's land. It's going to go down for sure. The daily is showing me that it's going down, but it can stay down for a long while. Like you can see going back, sometimes it can stay down for extended longer periods of time, right? And even same goes for the upside. So what I'm thinking is that it's going to go something like here, and then it's going to stay like this and then go back, or maybe like oopsie doopsie oopsie doopsie and then go back up, right? So it's going to go back, test this support for sure. I know that, like, I'm 99% sure it's going to go back and test this at 25,600 again. There's no guarantee. It might go back up to here and then come back down, but in my experience, the likelihood is more for it to just roll over back down here. If this doesn't hold, then it's going to go back all the way to 19,000. And if that doesn't hold, then it might go down as well and do a double bottom kind of thing at 16,000. That's a long shot though. It's a long story. I personally don't think it's going to go that far, but you never know. With the market, it's so unpredictable these days, like anything can happen. Let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum, again, I had support lines drawn up. It went and hit right to the dot, bounced back up. I think it went as like 1,533 or something like that. And it's now at like 1,681. So again, with Ethereum on the daily, it looks fair enough. It can go a little bit more like that. But on the weekly, it's kind of like in no man's land. Very close to the bottom, but not exactly where I want it to be. So I'm going to wait for this to go back down, and this means that higher likelihood is that this is going to go back and retest 1,580 or those levels. And once it bounces and confirms, then you can trade that according to that. So that's it for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do subscribe to the channel for more content. I will try to make daily content going forward. If that's not possible, at least twice or 3 times in a week, because I'm doing a full-time job along with that, and sometimes my workload is super heavy. And I mean, it really depends if I can find time. So, because right now it's like 9:50 p.m. and I had some free time, so I sat down and did some like a video and charting analysis, stuff like that. So hopefully look out for more videos in the future. Do share the channel with other friends and family members. Hopefully you guys can share some valuable insights and experience from my end. And please share your experiences, your thoughts. I would love to know that in the comments, and just let me know whatever is going on, you know. All right, peace out. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.